Boom! What's up, everyone? Pretty please, with a cherry on top, share this button because I am sacrificing my comfortability. I got a downstairs mix-up. This thing is all up in my crotch, my what love onesie, and it's already a little hot in here. So share this button because I'm sacrificing here to play with y'all. Amazing news, y'all. We'll just get right to it. I am creating a rad Facebook marketing group. And it's going to be called RawKin RadStars. What? So, if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Patrick Collins. And I've been on this Facebook journey front and center for 14 months. And a lot of people have seen me. A lot of people have played with me. A lot of people have asked me for marketing questions. And I have freely given them to best of my knowledge and capacity. So let's just get back. I'm going to start, because I don't like talking about marketing all the time like in the other group. But I'm going to tell you all my history. And then I'm going to tell you about the group, okay? So please share this video. In the group, I think 70 people were interested in this. And so this is just me, y'all, okay? This is just me telling you what I know that works, all right? You're going to see online all these people that have, they want to be the Gary V's and all of this stuff, and they have packages and modules, and they'll give you all this stuff, and they're going to do this, and they're going to tell you what works, and they're going to give you little seminars and this. I was literally just ninja flip, and I actually took a little bit of a CBD chocolate, and I don't even do that anymore. I don't even do that. But I've been playing a little bit, just microdosing. And sometimes we overthink things, and we all have special talents, we all have special passions, and we all have special dreams, and we have certain qualities that make us unique. We can serve each other. And I've been in the marketing business for a very, very, very long time, helping other people. So I'm just going to start. What I came up with, y'all, a lot of people aren't going to get it because it's very, very different. I could structure this thing. I could get templates. I could be super, super professional, y'all. To me, I'm not going to be able to help the masses that way, and I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put a little fluff and glitter on marketing, because if you have a passion and a dream and you had to take a loan and you still got, student loans, and you have children, you have a husband, you have a mortgage, look, you need answers, and you need to figure out if you're in the right space quickly. Because if you're in the wrong space, if you're on the wrong niche, the wrong sub-niche, whatever you want to call it, and you're spending money, you're banging your head up against the wall, and you don't know how to pivot or switch things up, throw something out there to see, you're going to give up. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have to get a job and do something that you don't want to do. And so what I'm going to offer, again, just like our rad group, Ridiculously Raw Authentic, if you're not in it, nothing exists like that. We're going to have 10 million members within 3 years. We've already got close to 50. Within 5 months, y'all, 5-6 months, there you go. I mean, the proof's in the pudding on that. How do you build, a Facebook group with close to 50,000 members in 5 months? What? I got them skills, right? I'm the architect. I'm the director. I'm that one dude. What's that one guy do with the Mozart thing? The conductor. Or no, that's the choo-choo dude, right? That's the choo-choo dude. Anyways, so what I'm going to offer is completely different, y'all, and I think it's extremely special. It's going to be very private, and it's going to be very select, because, again, I'm going to try to stay. Well, I'm just going to wrap, because I don't want to start all the way at the beginning, but I will start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning. Okay, so again, it's never good in school, y'all. I've told this story 1,000 times, but I'm going to get a little bit deeper onto why I'm so passionate about art, or what people call art. It's because I failed first grade. I was 13 in sixth grade, very old sixth grader, because I failed. But I always remember one thing that I always liked. I always liked art. But I mean, even to this day, y'all, I can't draw like stick figures. Now, my daughter Jordan is beautiful, artist with like painting and oil paints, and she's got great penmanship. I'm not that type. But I really always enjoyed art. You know, when I used to ditch school and go, you know, run amok, I would always try to go to art class. I would always go to gym and art class. Other than that, I was out, y'all. I like broke through. I had like 56 absences. I was always suspended in ISS or principal's office because I didn't care about that stuff. So in 6th grade, y'all, Mr. McMahon. I only know my 1st grade through 6th grade teachers. I've had a lot of concussions, a lot of fights, all that stuff, and I just, you know, I was doing a lot of hardcore drugs and stuff, so I forget, like, my junior high and high school. But I know, like, I still consider Mr. McMahon, like, a mentor. And he was my 6th grade teacher, and I was a 6th grader, and I was in a mixed 5th and 6th grade class, meaning I was the slower 6th grader. So basically it was a class of a bunch of sensei 5th graders and a bunch of, you know, kind of behind 6th graders, and I was one of those 6th graders. But Mr. McMahon, this was in 1986, y'all. 1987. It's like when the fax machine just came out, right? And you could like, you could send like a digital data, and you could print it out on paper through a fax machine. It was like $22 a fax and all that. But Roosevelt Elementary, it was in Mesa, Arizona, and they had a computer lab, y'all, right? A computer lab, and it had those little apples. And I was in the basketball team, and you know, I thought I was Zach Morris. I was always caring about popularity and stuff. Anyways, we got in this computer lab, and he showed me how to do like little graphics on how to like a stick figure, and then it would be choppy, and you do another frame, and then it would shoot. So he sat me down in front of an Apple. That's the very first computer that I ever touched, and I was fascinated ever since then. My father bought me an Acer in, I think, 1997 when AOL was like it. That was it. It was dial-up. You got mail. And I was just onto it. Yo, I was in the message boards. I was in the chat rooms. I was on ICR. I was doing these bots. I was writing these scripts. Always into that. And then, you know, my dad handed me $400. Yo, I was like doing all this crazy stuff with like all these drugs and all this stuff. And he's handing me $400. And he says, goes to Santa Barbara. I moved into a crack house. I had to get out of there. And I had to try to get, you know, my diploma because I just got kicked out of school. And that's when Napster hit, y'all. And then when they had like P2P sharing. So I was always into that. And then so I would download all these reports, y'all, and I would just walk to the bus stop and go to school, and they literally gave me my 12th grade, whatever, senior year diploma. They gave it to me in like 4 weeks, and all I did was download reports. But I showed up every single day, y'all. I was living in a crack house, and I walked my ass, and I don't really curse. I don't know if that's a curse word. I would walk my booty all the way to the bus stop every single day for 4 weeks. I would just download reports. And so I got it was actually the University of Santa Barbara, like continual educational thing. So I was using P2P and during that. And then I joined the Navy. And I fulfilled like 6 E6 billets as a paper pusher, which is a yeoman, which is like an admin secretary type thing. But I learned a lot about computers that way. So when I got out, y'all, you know, I got married, then I got into the golf biz. I became a golf professional, general manager, had like 70 employees, running amok. And all this time, y'all, I was pretty much a mess personally. And, you know, I just was. You know, I didn't have that self-love, didn't have the nutrition, didn't have healthy boundaries, didn't even really have healthy friends, y'all. So I was really confused and really I was pretty much toxic. One thing I always kept on was technology and, you know, graphic design and marketing and stuff. But I would just do it. I didn't feel like I was worthy. You know, I was like, oh, okay, it was just like a talent of mine that I just had. And then I put down the golf clubs in 2007, y'all. And that's when the whole bubble hit, right? And I was working for the president of the PGA, Brian Wickham. He hired me, so I like had like a nice job. And, you know, I was just done. And, you know, I was still drinking a lot. And I was like, dude, I got to do something else. I got to do something else. And so, you know, the crash happened. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to offer my marketing services, y'all. And this was the very first, well, the golf gig was big too because, you know, in high school, I was always getting in trouble and I never made the team. You know, no one ever taught me how to play golf or anything. And then when I was in the Navy stationed at Pax River, I just literally taught myself how to play golf. I would go to the driving range every single day for like 6-7 hours. I'd have calluses, and I would just go to the range. I wouldn't even play. Like I'd have on my clubs, I'd have a blemish as big as my pinky, y'all. That's how like addicted to golf I was. So then I just started playing, and nobody could beat me. So then that's how I got into that. So really, you know, you if you're good, if you shine so bright, you know, people will pay attention and hire you. So anyways, I put down the golf clubs and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a web design company, because web design was really, really big back then. And I could go on that, and this is a lot of stuff that I'm going to share, y'all. Really, really valuable information, okay, that I'm going to share, and I'm going to constantly share. I'm going to be present every single day, and what I'm going to put together is it literally, just like the Ridiculously Authentic group, it doesn't exist. Like, I'm not here, you know, to take your time, to offer you something that's already out there, you know, and you know, I'm not here to take advantage of you. I'm here, you know, to listen to you, and to listen to our group, and I'll get to that, and to help you succeed. You know, so when you do fail, and when you have to pick yourself back up, you know, maybe myself or another RawKin RadStar in the marketing group, you know, can give you a golden nugget, can, you know, share an experience that they had, whether it was a bad accountant that they had, or maybe a bad designer, or maybe just some bad information about, you know, ad dollars, whatever it is. I mean, it's going to be very, 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 very powerful. So anyways, I decided, hey, I'm going to start a web design company, y'all. And this is how I did it, y'all. I had moved back to Arizona. My daughter was in South Carolina. She had moved to Japan, and I was living with my father. And I said, you know, and I had like $300 left, y'all. And I was drinking. I was going to the casinos. But this is like the first casino binges. You know, I went way hardcore 2 or 3 years after, when I made some big money. But I had like $300, y'all. And my grandfather had just passed away. You know, and the only thing that he gave me, the only thing that I wanted was my grandmother's Scrabble board. I wanted that. It was like a 1981. It's like the high acrylic. I wanted the Scrabble board. And then my grandfather gave me this like legit, like Indian, like old Indian. It was Seiko, but my grandmother bought it and had like the real gold and the real turquoise. Well, I had $300 and I was staying with my dad, and then I had to move out with another guy. And it was just after my grandfather died in my car, and I had this watch, and it was in my back seat, and I was hanging with a bunch of people, and you know, they were selling meth and doing a bunch of opiates and heroin. I had it in my back seat, and somebody stole it. So I was dealing with that, had $300, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start my own company, y'all. And so I had to get an apartment. So I went to this part in Mesa, the worst apartments, y'all, and this cool black cat, his name was Michael Jackson, y'all. And really, really cool guy. I could tell stories about him. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it, y'all. And Craigslist was just popping then. So I'm just going to rap really quick, and then I'll try to get to where I'm going. So this is how I did it. This is how I had to solve. I'm going to tell you like what happened. And this was 11 years ago, but this is how I did my first successful business. I was like, you know what? I got to make some money. Let's do this. So I went on Craigslist, right? Craigslist. This I'm going to tell you, I create these formulas by myself. Like, I'll see somebody do something, but it's like jujitsu or like a martial artist. You know, you can have different, you know, martial art types. You can have different styles, but if you put it all together and then create your own and get creative, you know, you're kind of untouchable. So I was like, hey, I have to be seen. I had not done a logo before. I was not schooled at graphic design. Nobody taught me Photoshop. Nobody taught me Dreamweaver. Nobody taught me HTML. Nobody taught me Flash. And I got into Flash right in the beginning. I was like, what? This is crazy. I thought Flash was, you know, the future. And unfortunately, it wasn't, just because it was too heavy on browsers and it took up a lot of resources for computers. But I said, I have to be seen. So Craigslist was popping. What I did, y'all, I just analyzed Craigslist, just on it every single day. And y'all, when I say every single day and every single hour, I get into things. I get into formulas. I get into platforms, and I figure it out myself. I don't read anybody else's stuff until I figure out what I know, and then I'll take my head out. I'm like, okay, what does anybody else know? You know what I mean? Because that way you don't listen to everybody and then forget to discover and explore yourself. So I always go deep, I explore, I discover, and then I come up and be like, okay, what does anybody else know? And then I'll learn, then I'll go back in. So what I do with Craigslist, they have IP addresses, right? You can only post. This is for me to post ads. I created Arizona Web Kings, which is still successful. I don't play in that arena anymore. So I was like, Arizona Web Kings, right? Because I lived in Arizona and I created Arizona Web Kings. But I was like, I need to be found. I need to get some clients, you know? And the thing is, you know, when you don't have clients, no matter what it is, if you're a pool guy, if you're a landscape guy, if you chop coconuts for a living, if you're a gardener, you know, if you're an influencer, whatever it is, if you're a holistic thing, if you want to read cards, if you're a tarot thing, if you're a yogi, if whatever it is, you need clients, y'all. You need clients. And so what I did is I just started finding people that needed work, and I just did it for free. I just did it for free. Because what do you need? You need a portfolio, right? You need a portfolio, right? So I just started, learning and learning and learning. I look at that stuff, especially now, and it makes me smile. Because with your I really enjoyed that. I'm a people pleaser. So if somebody they needed something, and I'm like, hey, I think I can do that. Let me try. And even if I couldn't do it, if it was a free project and I was doing it to build my portfolio, I would still try. And when you try, you learn so much, and then you unlearn so much. So I built up a portfolio of just free logos, y'all. And then I was doing Flash. I was doing free Flash websites. And I had 10 clients, just free. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to charge $250 for a website. And I was like, I'm just going to try, right? And then boom, I got one. I was like, whoa. And then for me, I always underpromise and overdeliver. And you'll see this in this group that I'm going to create for y'all. So you get one for $250, right? And you always get an audio testimonial. I have hundreds of them. I'm actually gonna stay on this video right now, maybe for 4 hours. Miss Lana's gonna come back, but I'm literally gonna just show you everything that I've done, because I have hundreds of audio testimonials. Because I'm gonna just give you tips of what I've done. So you get your first project, right? There's so much that goes into one project, y'all. And this was 11 years ago. Things have changed dramatically, right? Big time. So there's closing a project, all right? Well, first off, you got to know what you're talking about, or you can fake to make it. And now, if you're faking to make it, just tell everybody you're faking to make it. You can't fake to make it and not tell everybody, because it's 2018 and you can't fake to make it to go live. So if you're in a certain niche that you might not be an expert, just be like, yo, I am faking it to make it, but I'm here to work. I'm here to learn. What can I help you with? There's a good tip. So there's so much that goes into it. You know what? You got to be able to cold call people, or you got to be available when somebody calls you, right? You have to be professional. You have to, be able to speak well. You have to make sure that the client is right day and night, right? And you have to listen, okay? And if you advise this client, no matter what it's about, if it's about a font, if it's about a flyer, it's about ad dollars on Craigslist, white pages, yellow pages don't even exist anymore, reputation management, whatever it is, you can advise that client, but it's always up to the client, right? And so you just kind of have to advise them and give what you think is the right consultation. But in the end, you have to give the client what they want. So then there's that. Then you got to draft a proposal. That takes time. You got to generate a contract, maybe an NDA, right? An NDA, right? And then when it's time, are you going to do hourly? Are you going to do, flat rate pricing? Are you going to do quarterly pricing? What all does this involve? So there's a lot of it. Then you got to do billing. Then you got to get an accountant, right? Then you got to manage your money, and then you want to make sure that client comes back to you. And then you want to make sure that client, gives you a good referral, right? Or you get an audio testimonial or a video testimonial. So when you're doing this all yourself, I've never had one employee, y'all. I have not had one employee. Not one employee. I could have taken it a different way with an agency. I just don't think I'm built with that. I don't want, especially now, I'm totally out of that game, y'all, but I still have the skills. Yeah, so it's a lot of work. And remember, that's your JOB. You are your boss. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, freelance is so easy. Oh my gosh, you have all the time. Well, if you really want to make a lot of money, I'm going to get this, son of. If you really want to make a lot of money, y'all, you got to work hard. So yeah, you can have, every day, off that you want, but you got to make sure that you get those deadlines, right? You got to make sure that you get all the work in, and you can't, here's another thing, you can't juggle so many projects, right? Where all of a sudden you have too many projects, and then you take a project that you really don't like, and then you have too many projects, and then you get behind on deadlines, and then sometimes projects can cost you money. Sometimes projects can cost you money rather than making money. Then you get frustrated. So there's a lot that goes into that. So anyways, I'll just keep rapping. So I started it, right? Had $300-$400, started to get some projects. I remember, y'all, I closed, and this is no schooling, y'all. This is when the crash happened. This is no schooling. This is just me throwing myself into this, saying, look, I want to help people. I need to make money. I need to support. I had to pay child support to my daughter. I need to have an apartment. I need to make money. So, I think I got a health retreat, and I wasn't even in health at all, y'all. I was 215 pounds. I was bloated. I was fat. Had a lot of, a lot of stuff. Y'all watch my videos. But I remember I closed a project, a health retreat thing, and I think I made $800, y'all. And it was Christmas 2008. And I was like, wow, this individual, this client is paying me money for something that I get to learn. I'm learning, you know what I mean? And I get to create. And I get to create for someone, you know, and that they appreciate it, and it's something that they cannot do. And they paid me $800. And then, you know, I kept closing projects, closed the landscape guy. And then a couple of my biggest projects in the very beginning, in the very first year, y'all. In the first year, I think I netted like $78,000. $78,000 from a niche that I didn't even know, you know, I just knew, I knew a little bit, I knew that it was fun and I had a little bit of computer experience, right? But, you know, I would just get in there and find formulas. Super organized, y'all, with spreadsheets, times when to post, this software, you know, what time I need to call that client. Like you are your own boss, so you have to have that fire in your you know what, if you want to make that money. So first couple of big clients I pulled, it was Dr. Kim. He was a cosmetic Botox thing, and I created his entire brand, his entire storefront, his entire logo, his entire website, and I think he paid me like $12,000, y'all. And back then, I would bill 50% up front, and then when the project was done, I would bill the client the other 50%. So on that project, I got like $5,000. I'm like, OMG. I just got a complete stranger that I went and met and talked to for about an hour and a half and showed him, you know, the work that I was very proud in. You know, you look at it now and you're like, oh, whoa, whoa. But I always advise, always showcase your whole entire portfolio, because, you know, if you're engaged and you really like what you do, of course you're going to advance and you're going to get better. But something that you did, you know, 8 years ago, someone will be like, hey, let's use that as inspiration. So always showcase your entire portfolio. So I closed that project. I was, whoa, I just got paid $5,000. Then I finished. I got another $5,000. And then I closed a client. It was Cero Technologies. It was CERO. And they had these super bright LED military lights. I did the branding. I did the logo. I did all the advertising, all that stuff. And I think I made like $18,000 on that, right? And this was all like in 4 months, right? So I'm like, I went from like $300-$400 to like $45,000 in like 4 months. And it's just me. Right? Like, I had one accountant that I would pay. I think I paid him like $150 a month. And actually, I didn't really end up needing him all that much, because you can do that on yourself too. But it really depends on, you know, what other hobbies you have, what other interests you have. Do you like to sit on the couch? Do you like podcasts? Do you like to go bowling? Do you like sports entertainment? Do you like to go, you know, chase women? Do you like to booze? So all of this, I mean, I was in it, and I was doing a lot of those things too. But, you know, when you become an entrepreneur or become a freelancer, you know, the whole gig thing, everybody's doing their own gig. You really have to believe in yourself, and you really have to be organized, and you have to set yourself apart. You have to set yourself apart from what's out there. So it's good to see what's out there. And this goes for anything, y'all. And I'm in a completely different space now. I'm doing way more rad things now. But you really got to see what's out there. And you got to say, okay, what are these individuals, what problems are they solving, right? So that you got to find out, what problem are they solving. Let's just say, let's say Uber, right? Taxi industry. They're like, man, that you know, that's just, you know, it's a whole thing. It's like the taxi a union, you know, and then you got to pay this tax. Let's just do Uber, and they solved a massive problem. And look, it's massive. Airbnb, look at, they solved that. It's massive, right? Amazon, massive. So they're solving these problems, but you can even go deeper and deeper and deeper. You will never believe, you know, over the last 11 years that I've been doing this, how many times I've been pitched. And I haven't really told anybody what I'm about to tell you. I just thought about this. Have you guys ever heard of WorldStar? It's like the black Twitter or whatever. Check this out. In 2008, I was sitting in my apartment, and that dude, WorldStar, because, you know, and I had just been starting, he called me, right? And I'm talking to this guy, I had no idea what it is, and he was telling me, yeah, I want to make a website where, you know, I can, you know, put, you know, artists on there and maybe some viral videos. And, you know, he was talking some stuff that I knew I couldn't build. And, you know, for me, I'm a straight shooter. You know, for me, I've only had 2 chargebacks, y'all, in 11 years. And those 2 chargebacks sucked. Those 2 chargebacks suck. So billing is really important too. You know, for me, I don't take credit cards from anybody unless I've worked for you, you know, 2 or 3 times. It's cash money the first time, maybe the second or third time, the fourth time, maybe I'll take a debit card or a PayPal or something. But, you know, cash money first. But anyways, I'm a straight shooter, so I've only had 2 chargebacks in my whole life. But anyways, this guy was talking to him like, man, I can't do that, you know, but, you know, good luck. He created RadStar. So I've been pitched a lot. And when the Craigslist thing was big, I'd have like 200 accounts. I had all these bots, all these IP address, all these paid PVAs, which is phone verified accounts. I was deep, y'all. And I would post like 70 ads on Craigslist in LA, Atlanta. I would do San Diego, Phoenix, and New York, right? And I was just in Arizona. So I knew that the skills that I had already achieved and what I was able to do, and I just sent those signals out, right? Made a real nice HTML code, you know, Arizona Web Kings, and my phone would blow up, y'all. And so I would get pitched a lot. And so I've heard a lot of pitches. I've heard a lot of ideas. And now I'm super selective who I even play around with, and I'm really not even playing with anybody, but I am looking to get back in there and play a little bit. Hopefully this group that I create will help me get back into this, because I really enjoy playing in that space, because I'm doing it already to build this group. I'm using my skills to build the Ridiculously Raw Authentic group. But anyways, I've been pitched a lot, y'all, and so, you know, everybody has an idea, right? Everybody has an idea. Everybody has an idea for an app, right? Everybody needs a website. Everybody has a service. Everybody has a product. Everybody, you know, they want to make money, and I get it. Especially now with AI, artificial intelligence, pretty much taking over the world. You know, machines closing down factories, technology closing. It's going to get to the point where, y'all, jobs are going to be extremely limited. And so right now, and I want y'all to listen to me, right now is the best time. Unless, you know, you don't have a spouse that has a 401k or has, you know, a comfy job. Right now is the best time to brand yourself. To brand yourself. But you have to come correct. All right? Brand yourself if it's a service, if it's a product, whatever it is. If you're a fitness guru, I see it all day, every day. You have to brand yourself and you have to come correct. Now, let me drink some more kombucha. Y'all having fun? I haven't done this before, y'all. I haven't talked about marketing, but it's something that I'm going to do, and it's something that I'm going to offer because my eyes are everywhere, and I if I had 50 of me, I could help. Like, I feel like I'm helping heal people, you know, with the group, but I feel like I can help people achieve success, if it's financial success, if it's you know, if it's whatever type of success, if it's marketing success, even if I got like 20 minutes with them, because I see so much of this stuff, and a lot of times I'll just send an anonymous email to someone or a message, and I'll just give them my opinion, and then I'll see they took it, and in like 3 or 4 weeks I saw that they pivoted, and all of a sudden, you know, they're getting a little bit more traction. And so if there was 50 of me, I feel like I could help, you know, people on a larger scale. But if this group that I'm going to create, I feel like I can help you all, and you all can help each other, and I'm going to get to that because I don't operate like everybody else. You know, I've never done what everybody else does, and so what I have come up with, I think it's really rad, and I hope people get it. And if they don't, I'm not going to change my original idea. I'm just not going to do it. So hopefully I can get this out and people will see the value to it. So I'm going to go back. So I'll talk about, so I closed that Cero. He was a military guy. He had these LED lights. I made like 12 grand on that one. And then, y'all, all the way. So then I just kept going, like big contracts like that, right? And I got a little cocky. I made a little bit of money. And I bought this 3-story loft downtown Phoenix. Downtown Phoenix. Right downtown. And I had 4 parking spots, right? And it was all glass, the first floor. It was all modern. It was like really rad architecture guy. And so that was my office, right? It was concrete floors. I had all this modern, like, Italian furniture and all this art and statues and my studio, my work studio. And then you would go up the stairs, and I had a garage. Then you would go up the stairs, right? And I had this huge, like, second floor with a kitchen, all modern. I had a full-size length trampoline in there, like Tom Hanks big. And then you'd go up to the third floor, and I had a balcony there. Then you go up to the third floor, and that was my master bedroom, y'all. It was super, super rad. It was really, really expensive. And at that time, I had actually stopped drinking for about 9 months. And then, what was it? I actually went to go help someone downtown Mill Avenue, and I had lost my keys. And I couldn't find my keys, and I was on Mill Avenue, and that's where all the college kids drink. And so I ended up that night staying down on Mill Avenue, and I had broken my sobriety. And after that, that was in, when was that? That was all the way, let's flash back. That was all the way maybe 2012. After that, then I started gambling a lot, and all that stuff. And so, because I was closing these $13,000, $15,000, $20,000 projects, like boom, boom, boom. And one thing, y'all, I'm really, really quick with what I do. That's how good I am. I'm really, really good. Where I replace a web designer, I replace a coder, I replace a graphic designer, I replace an SEO expert, I replace the project manager, right? I replace the marketing guy, I replace the Google AdSense guy, I replace it all, right? I replace it all. And so once I research a project, put a rough draft out, an invoice, like I'm good to go. Once they show that money, I've launched projects in like 4 days. 2 weeks, when it would take in an agency like 3 or 4 months, and you got to deal with like 8 people, all the red tape, all the chiefs in the house. It's like, no. So I operate, and so for me, I knew that once I could learn, and set up my own formula and my own system, and I was like, whoa, this can generate me a lot of money. I'm just going to execute that. So when you find a winning formula, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, if you're trying to become the biggest candle making business, if you're trying to sell flashlights, if you want to sell some holistic, whatever it is, it can be done, but it takes a lot of hard work, and you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing, to fail a lot. Like yesterday, I probably failed about 15, 20 times, just because I'm trying this new technique. And for me, well, let me hold on. So I'll finish this. So then I got out of there because I was drinking a lot. But here's the thing. Once you hone in that technique, and the industry, is robust, which web design was popping big time, y'all. And graphic design was popping big time. And the freelance has just started kicking off, right? Like in 2008, 2009. Oh, you can work from home. Oh, you got a special talent. So did that. And I've always been doing that. But, I always was dealing, with the gambling, and I was always dealing with the heavy drinking. And so a lot of times I was just so good that I could get away with being hungover and, still making a lot of money, but I'd have to sit there and code, and it was just agonizing, or like instead of getting something out in a week when I could have done it, instead of getting something out in 3 days, or a week and I could have done it in 3 days because I was at the casino and, all that stuff. But let me see. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Sherry. So I guess I'll just fast forward. So I still have this. Well, I'll ninja flip into. So here's it is. So I was in Phoenix. Then my daughter moved to South Carolina. No, my daughter moved from South Carolina to Japan. Excuse me. She moved from South Carolina to Delaware, from Delaware to Turkey, and then she moved to Alabama. And she was, I believe, 6 years old when she moved to Alabama. And I said, that is it, y'all. I've got to be with my daughter. And so what's really rad about, I built this business. I was, 6 years into it, that you can literally work remote. Remember, I had all these accounts from New York. I just went and found those people. Just like I found all you RawKin RadStars for the group. There's thousands of different variables. There's a lot of techniques to go find your bananas. And I'm going all over the place, but don't expect anyone to find your product. You have to go find them, especially now. And there's so many different things that have changed now. But I went and found all these people, and you get one shot with a client. You get one shot, and you've got to be pretty perfect, to keep, that residual income. If it's a webmaster fee, if it's a continual consultation, you want to make sure that you overpromise. Or excuse me, under promise and over deliver. Like I would always add in like an extra 3 months webmaster service, or an additional logo mock, or I would send them, free branding business cards. I would always over deliver, because once you have that client, y'all, they're going to tell people about it, and they're always going to come to you because you're going to be an expert in that space. So anyways, I was missing my daughter, and I said, "Look, I can move anywhere." You know, that's an amazing thing about branding yourself, right? And that's why I think MLMers get caught up, y'all. I'm not even going to go about MLMers, but if you're an MLM, I'm telling you, ditch it right now, and I'm going to talk heavily on MLMs in this group, y'all. Heavily, because there's so many things right now. The digital media space, y'all, is being disrupted as we speak right now. Like right now. Ad agencies are closing. Publishers are closing, okay? And I'm going to get into that. And you can use the techniques, just my experience, my knowledge. I read all day. I'm into this so big, into social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Medium, WordPress. You've got Shopify. You've got WooCommerce. I'm an expert. I think I'm the best in the world, you know, but now I'm just doing it for myself. But I want to be able to offer this to people because I like to help people. And when I'm in this space, I instantly say, "Oh, that person's messing up," or "Oh, whoa, no, don't do that. And if I could just send them a message, this group will be for that, so we could all help each other. So anyways, I ninja flipped over to Alabama, and you know, I created Alabama Web Kings. Kind of that was a mistake. I should have just kept Arizona Web Kings because 90% of my clients are still in Arizona. Just because that's where I got this huge clientele, and I penetrated a lot of sub niches like you know, the architecture. Got a lot of architects. Got a lot of orthopedic surgeons. Got a lot of landscapers. So you could penetrate certain markets, and then high dollar markets, y'all. So if you get like in the doctors, lawyers, you know, if a lawyer, they're out to dinner, they're at a ball game, like, "Man, who did your jam up website?" or "Who sold you this?" "Oh, Tom did." "Oh, call him." You don't even have to sell them. So it's really important that whatever space you decide to play in, that you play in it you execute really well for a very long time, because then your name gets out there and you literally are being marketed 24/7 in this space. It's similar now, but there's a lot of other stuff going on with the influencer and the whole social media thing. So I moved to Alabama, still did well. I actually met my second wife there. Didn't turn out really well. I've talked about it quite a bit. And then they moved to North Dakota. So I moved to North Dakota, played there for a year, and still did my marketing business, Arizona Web Kings. And I literally, you all, you know, I was going to Kauai. I'm still going to Kauai. But it was a major risk and a major sacrifice for the decision that I made. And that decision that I made is that whole thing that I created with Arizona Web Kings, yes, I made a lot of money. There are some things I would have done different, but you know what it did? It made me that's all I thought about. And so that's why I drank a lot. And then I smoked when I drank, and I gambled, and I had sex with all these women. I wasn't respecting myself. I wasn't respecting my body. So, you know, I wasn't putting myself first. I wasn't putting the self-care first at all. You know, I wasn't harvesting that self-love. I wasn't eating right. You know, I wasn't outside playing. I was either working, you know, or at a bar or at a casino, you know, or at someone else's house. And so that led to a lot of stress. And so, you know, North Dakota pretty much saved my life because it was really cold there, and the people were really nice, and I had a really nice place, and I got a lot of growing, you know. And 14 months ago is when I first pushed play, and I started Optimal Reset, and you know, I really started putting myself first, harvesting that self-love, letting the inner child play, and that was still fun. But every time I ninja flipped in there to a client, because, you know, when you're working for money like that, you know, and you have a big nut, meaning, you know, every 31 days, you know, houses, insurance, subscriptions, all your financial responsibilities, you know, mine was like $9,500 every month. So if you think about that, every 31 days, I was on the hook for 19 grand just because of the lifestyle, you know? And so then you set that standard, and you have all these commitments, and you have these leases, and you're like, man, I got to work even harder. And then what happens is you got to take on work that you might not even be in line with, a project or a product or a person or a client. And you're like, man, you know what? I know I'm not going to like this, but I'm going to take it anyways because I need the money. So I wanted to stop doing that because I wanted to, you know, really put a lot of attention on my self-care. And so I made a decision. What was it? Probably, I really started making the decision, I would say, in January last year, where I decided, you know what, I think I want to do something different. But what I did was I still kept the clients that I had on, and I think I took maybe 2 or 3 clients before I left North Dakota. But then what I did was, and this is super risky, y'all, super risky. It's a lot of people would say, why would you close a successful business? Why would you do that? Well, I haven't closed it, but what I did is anybody that I had on books for webmaster service, any consultation clients, I let those run out. I let those run out, and it cost me a lot of money. A lot of money, and a lot of, like big contracts, like probably 110, I think it was like 110,000 that I would have made in the last 5 months. But the thing is, I'm so much happier now because what that did is that ninja flipped me into saying, looking at all this stuff that I had, and I'm like, I don't need any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's what expenses are, and you have all these suits, all these shirts, all these clothes, all these shoes, all the electronics, all this stuff, just stuff. So then I was like, you know what? I don't need all this stuff. So I got rid of like 95% of what I own. I gave a lot of it away, right? And then I closed a lot of those contracts, right? So now I'm here, right? And I've been playing in this arena for about 14 months. And I don't really want to take on any clients. Guys, like if you Google right now, like I destroyed Google, like on SEO, I like rank. Like I have like the #1 ranked position on like 300 keywords. Like if you type in logo design Phoenix, web design Arizona, I'm #1, and I have like hundreds of reviews, y'all. Hundreds of reviews. So like I still get calls. And there have been some clients that I was like, there was this rad chick that had this bowl, because it's really crazy, and I don't want to get spiritual, but like I've made some good decisions to harvest my self-love, create those healthy boundaries, and play with like rad people, caring people, authentic people, healthy people. And it's interesting because when I did that, I was getting more calls about like health and fitness and stuff. But I haven't taken any new project, but there was this cool one where this girl had this. She had had this mock. It was a prototype of this bowl, and it was this plastic bowl, and it had like a little bowl, right? And it had this little lid, and you take it off, and it had this 4 little divider, and it had a little spoon in there, so you can make it a lunchbox, or you can make it a plate or a bowl. And she had this prototype, and I played with her for about an hour and a half, and I was going to team up with her and work with her. It was over a $20,000 project, but I don't even know if unfortunately or fortunately it didn't work out. But it's all good though, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have those expenses where before I would have said, okay, well maybe I'll do it for 17 grand because I really need the money. Now I don't beg, I don't have to do that, so it just comes to me. And now when you do that, when you're like more exclusive, and and if somebody says, well, why did your proposals like 3 times? Because I value my time. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't got new clients. So I've really been doing a lot of this, and I've been learning a lot. And I've worked with a lot of people, some people that you all might know, just in the backgrounds. But I'm gonna tell you all about the group, y'all. Hi Bernard, hi Rebecca. So here's the group. I just came up with this. I didn't read anybody's stuff because I know that there's a lot of this stuff out here. What I mean by that. Coaches, they call themselves coaches, marketing experts, marketing gurus, career builders, all of this stuff, motivational speaking where they give you little modules, they give you little printout sheets, and they'll give you this. If you all know me so far, I've probably shared with you a lot about like just my marketing history, and I probably forgot a whole lot. But if y'all watch me, I do things differently, okay? I like to take action, and I like things to work. And if they don't work, I keep trying until they work. That's just how I do it. But you know what you'll do a lot is you'll fail a lot. You'll get frustrated a lot. You'll want to give up a lot, right? So I came up with this, and this is what I'm going to do. And if no one's interested, then it's good. You know what I mean? Because I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in a space right now where I see so many people. And when I first started Optimal Reset, y'all, there was hundreds of people that would reach out to me. And I thought it was because, I was doing like a rad little, my physical fitness videos or my vlogging or my recipes. But when the conversation kept going, they wanted to know my marketing techniques, and they wanted to know this and that. I'm like, y'all, I'm trying to get out of that space, right? I'm like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? They'd get all clever and they'll ask you questions like, man, taking my brain juice. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people fail every single day. And it could only take one pivot. It could take 1,000 pivots, you know? And then and then a lot of times if someone sits down with you or gives you, you know, some advice that could help you, a lot of times people just procrastinate and they can't execute correctly, you know, or they think they're not ready and they're waiting for something else. They're waiting for a better time. You know, there's literally thousands of different situations. There's hundreds of thousands of different techniques. A lot of it is very time sensitive. A lot of it is your environment, what you got going on. How bad do you want it? And so this is what I'm going to do, y'all. This is going to be a paid service, okay? So I'm going to create, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the group under Ridiculously Authentic. And I like RawKin RadStars. I don't want to put Facebook marketing group. I just like RawKin RadStars. I like that. Or I like what could be the name of the group, and it's all gonna be marketing, y'all. It's all gonna be marketing, all of it. I like or boom with 2 exclamation points. But I think I like RawKin RadStars. Let me know. I'm gonna create the group. I want to create the group after I'm done with this. But let me know what y'all think. Maybe I'll wait till 6. I'll wait a couple hours. Whoever watches this, but it's probably gonna be RawKin RadStars, and it's gonna be a Facebook marketing group. All right. And there's nothing like this, and I think it's going to be very, very valuable. And this isn't my idea. This is just the way I'm going to set it up. I think this is going to be. I'm going to use the word genius. I'm gonna open up a group. It's going to be closed. Okay, it's going to be closed. It's not going to be secret, but it's going to be closed. And I only want 30 people in there. Just 30 RawKin RadStars. Just 30 people. All right. Now, it's going to be super simple. This is why I think everybody's screwing up right now on really helping people. I could go on the whole diet and the niche. I think if you guys watch me enough, I think I've showcased, you know, building this group, close to 50,000 people in 5 months, you know, bring all these different, you know, niches together. And sometimes they don't get along, but sometimes they do. But wait till it's 10 million. You know what I'm saying? So I just think differently. And I think what I'm about to share with you, it's very, very simple. And I think that's why people screw up in marketing, because they listen to too many people. They listen to way too many people. And there's so many different variables on every different niche, sub-niche technique, what platform you're on, what you're trying to achieve. There's so much. So what somebody is doing probably is not going to work for you unless you have the exact same history as them and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to set the group up. It's going to be closed. I'm only letting 30 people in. And check it out. It's going to cost $300. And each person has to pay. If you want to stay in, you got to pay that $300 by the third Monday of every month. Okay, and this is how simple it is. Okay, so 30 people, it's $300 per person. And if you want to stay in, so let's just say, and if I don't get 30 people, I'm not going to start it. Like that's what I'm saying. If I don't get 30 people, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Because here's the thing. Like, I'm here all day, every day doing this thing. And I'm so deep into this stuff, and I could share stuff with you that, honestly, very few people know. Very, very few people know. All the way from the blockchain to where e-commerce is going, some new services that Amazon's going to do if you have a product or a service, Instagram, podcast, certain algorithms, y'all. I am an algorithm ninja, and mastering algorithms equals success, y'all. And I'm going to teach all of that. So, 30 people, $300 every third Monday, all right? And this is how easy it's going to be. If I want to be in my rad group, say I'm somebody, I'm like, Tom, I'm in. What do I got to do? All you have to do is give me 2 questions. So that's what you get, all right? For that $300, you get 2 questions. So in order, too. So every month or every third Monday, you pay your $300. And if you want out the next Monday or the next month, you just don't pay. You just get the first month, right? So here we go. So you get 2 questions. And you can make them long-ass questions. You can do a whole thing, y'all. So, I mean, I do consultations for $1,500 an hour. $1,500 an hour. So if you get in for $300, you get 2 questions. And this is what I'm going to do. Every day, I'm going to go live in the group, right? And I'm going to randomly select one of these questions, right? Or 2 of the questions, whatever it is. And I'm going to rap about it on live through Facebook in the closed group, okay? So that means everybody in that group, the 30 people, get to discuss this topic. That person can say, hey, I'm 45 years old. My husband passed away. He owned a landscape company. We have this. We have our media ad dollars here. This is where we're at organically. We have a Facebook thing. This is my budget. What should I do? Boom. That's a perfect question. And I will come on here and I will rap. It might be 15 minutes. I might rap for 4 hours. Okay. That's how powerful this is. And let me explain why. Because those 30 people not only get to go in this comment section, all right, but those 30 people can they can go live all they want, right? So if someone just inherited a bowling alley, right, and he wants to start branding, to generate some buzz, and he wants to go live and ask questions, well, he can do that, right? Another thing, too, is if you're in the group, we can split screen, and we can do a consultation just like this, right? And those videos will be titled, and if you're in the group, those videos you'll always have access to it, right? And to be in the group, it's only $300. So just think if you go in for 1 month. For 1 month, you get 30 videos of 30 real situations, 30 real questions from real people, from different, it could be a yoga question, it could be a general contractor question, it could be a pool guy, it could be an artist, it could be this guy wants to launch a hoodie sweater company. It could be all these topics. So not only do you get your question answered by me and all these other 30 people that are trying to be an entrepreneur or might already be an entrepreneur but are trying something else and they want to ninja flip and try something else in a different niche. To me, that is effing epic. That is, I'm not going to, there's so many people that have these things, y'all, and I should probably be helping them out. There's a lot of people in this different space that I'm talking about, and social media marketing consultant, firms, agencies, all of them, y'all. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be in that space, in my opinion, because what they want is they want that quick grab, that quick money, and they're just going to regurgitate what worked for somebody else. You'll see on day one, if you want to play with me, I will dissect each question and I will give opinions, I will give you facts, I will give you data, I will give you analytics. Sometimes I might not even have to research it, I will already know. For the topics that I don't know, I will research and we will wrap together and then we'll have those 30 other ninjas. And I don't want any more than 30, y'all. I don't want 31, I want 30 every single month. And if 25 want to stay the next month, well then you got to pay that $300 on the third Monday. Then we got 5 slots. If those 5 slots fill up, great. If they don't, then that's cool, But if somebody else wants to, that's what I'm saying. Y'all better get in because I don't want 31, 32, 31. I want it to be very, very exclusive. And then on top of that, I'll fly in there, I'll jump in on here, maybe an extra, probably 15 more times a month and tell you about stuff like other stuff that I'm working on and tell you, I don't know if they're secrets, tell you my techniques, the stuff that I'm using to do this, why I believe Facebook Messenger is a key to marketing right now, y'all. Facebook Messenger is huge. The Facebook Messenger, the little app right here, is huge. I know the thresholds. I know how many times you can send someone or how many people you can send them before you get spanked, meaning that you get, your privileges taken behind. I know how many times you can add friends as a personal. I know how many times you can add take off friends. I know how many times you can share into a group. It's all different. If it's a text meme background, what? If it's a video, if it's just text, all of that is so crucial, y'all. I know how to make sub accounts. All of that stuff is so crucial. So crucial. And if you missed my video, I'll go over it really, really quickly. But I want you all to know, if you want to play with me, all right, you have to pay me. What is today's date? I don't even know what today's date. This is why I deliberately am not going to keep this like organized like this, because it won't work that way. You can go get that at somebody else's thing. They'll charge you $1,400 for like a template thing. They're going to build you a website and all this stuff. Now, if we wrap y'all and you're like, Tom, I want you to be my sensei. I want you to be my ninja. I've got this thing. I've got 10 grand. I'll play with you if it's in line with me. If I believe I believe it's successful, and I believe I can make it successful, and it's in line with something that I will have fun doing, and you're comfortable with handing me your dream and kind of getting out of the way, because that's the only way it's going to work. Of course, you're in charge, but you kind of get out of your way, because a lot of these times, people that have these ideas and they have a bunch of money, they think they already know the answers. Even to this day, so many people that I rap to, they try to tell me, I'm like, well, how's that working for you? But don't tell me how to market, y'all. Don't tell me how to SEO. Unless you can prove something to me, don't tell me anything, y'all. I like to learn, but that's why I go deep. That's why I discover. I do R&D. I do all these tests. I do all these thresholds. I do all these algorithms. And then I come up, and then I'm like, all right, anybody else got to share anything with me? And then I'll listen, right? And then I'll go deep again. And I'm just about creating these formulas. And these formulas that I'm creating, or have created, I have them in my dugout. I have them in my pocket. I'm going to be sharing in this group. Okay, and the only way you're going to get this, because it's going to be a closed group, you can't share the video, you can't tag anybody, you got to be in the group. So you can't add anybody, because I'm the Rad Ninja gatekeeper. And not only that, y'all, everybody else's stuff. What if we get some CEOs in there, right? What if we get somebody that's doing a startup, and getting some funding or whatever, and then, is maybe going public on an IPO or something? We can get in on that. Maybe someone's building, a really rad meditation app, right? We can get on that. And so it's going to be super, super small, but it's going to be so, so powerful. And it's not a money grab. We're really having fun, but we're learning, because check this out. Check this out. This might be the most important thing. If you guys take anything, one day in this arena that I play in equals to about 2 weeks in any other industry, y'all. Technology, algorithms, AI, okay? Website design, right? Social media marketing on all platforms is where it's at, okay? And one day, y'all, things change. Like, again, Facebook Armageddon was 4 days ago, y'all. Facebook business pages are dead. They're not dead for me and Miss Lana, because I know what I'm doing. I was 8-9 months ahead of this, y'all. I know so much right now. Why do you think this group is popping? I know so much. I could advise you so well on whatever it is. Even if you're a jeweler and you want to make handcraft jewelry, look, I have the skills to make that go viral for you. I can do that for you. I can tell you how to do it. I can show you how to do it, right? I can give you examples. I can show you, okay, look what they're doing. This is what they're doing. There's like probably 40 different techniques on how they did this. And then I can show you another thing. Look what they're trying to do. And see, they're not shining bright. It's not viral because they didn't do these 40 different things. And I could dissect this, and I could dissect that. And then you and I can come together and say, hey, let's play. Then you can hire me one-on-one, and then let's build it. So then we can make your crystal jewelry, whatever it is, go viral. And then you'll hear ding, 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 ding. And those are all sales that you get on your phone throughout the day. And what are you doing? You are in your craft. You're doing your jewelry. You're not worrying about the marketing. Because once you have a pretty good system, if you're in this group, because every day changes through algorithms, techniques, I think Snapchat's gone. They might be around a little bit longer because Facebook's about ready to lose $23 billion because they're getting rid of all the ad agencies, y'all. Ad agencies and publishers are gone. All these social media influencers on business pages are gone. Trust me, in 2 weeks, you will not see them. You're going to see family and friends, and you're going to see groups. Family, friends, and groups. And typically, who's in your groups? Family and friends. I know so much. If you have a super rad body armor, let's play. If you have a certain spray that you could put on a bed truck, let's play. If you had super rad glasses that you want to send out to the masses, let's play. There's no niches that I won't give advice on, but there are some niches that I won't play on, if you want to hire me. And I'll let you know at that time. They're just things I used to want to do. Like, I really don't like the politics arena. If you have an app, I don't want to play in that. There are some but if that time comes, I'll let you know. But anything is allowed in the group. Anything. And I've been on the digital forums, y'all. I've been on Black Hat SEO. I've been on all these Black Hat worlds for like 12 years. I know so much. And the true reason why I'm doing this is because where I'm at right now, I see hundreds of examples. I don't know these people. Some of the people I do, I just don't have 50 ninjas. I don't have 50 of me where I can't poke you and say, hey, try this. And then just tell them. I don't have that time. This group, that's part of that group. So I'm really helping you all save a ton of money, a ton of stress, a ton of doubt, right? A ton of unsuccessful ideas. And it's not just me, it's everybody else in the group. Okay? So I don't even know if I'm leaving out anything. I'm just gonna put it like that because I'm already in this space, and this is what I do, y'all. Like, this is what I do. I believe I'm the best at this. And it's not cocky, it's not ego. I'm that good. And when you all get in the group, you will see. You will be like, OMG. And I'm only doing 30, y'all. I don't want to do 60. So tell your friends, if you got, a business partner, or maybe your dad is a general contractor, or whatever it is, y'all. Whatever it is. I've worked with electricians. Look, watch this. Y'all want to see this? This is me, and I'm gonna let this go for like 3 hours, even if Miss Lana comes. I'm gonna play it. Look, you guys, I have hundreds of audio testimonials. I'll just play one. Just listen to this. I don't know if you guys can hear this. This is my work, y'all. You can get copy and paste testimonials. You could plagiarize them. When somebody actually takes the time, right? And not a people, I've never done this for anybody since I've been front and center. I have hundreds of audio testimonials, okay? If somebody takes the time and does an audio testimonial, you know you're doing something right. So what I just shared with you is like 1% of what I know in the spaces that I'm an expert in. But I'm gonna play a bunch of these, and if you all go, you can go. But I'm just keep playing them, and I'll just sit here, and then I'll talk about it. So I'm just gonna play a random one.
Yes, hi. This is Yvette Vecellini. I just want to leave this comment for you, Tom, because I'm a big fan of yours, and I really appreciate everything you do for me as a web designer. This has been my second website that you did for me, and as I told you, I would not even consider going to anybody else after having such a wonderful experience with you. I think you are the most professional person I have dealt with, not only in this, but in other subjects as well. I really appreciate that you are extremely professional, extremely accommodating, of course, extremely fast, and very high on your game. So I hope that we will work on many, many more websites together, and I wish you good luck with everybody else, and you are welcome to give my number to.
I love that.
Yes,
I'm just going to do random ones. I love that. That was Yvette. She owned a very high-end. I love listening to these, y'all. Not to make my ego bigger, but this is like, I just told you a couple projects. That was Yvette. She was like probably, I don't know, like my 30th, 40th client. That was probably like in 2013. A high-end boutique, y'all, in Spain, where like crystals, Swarovski, like vases and stuff, and like high-dollar spoons and plates. And we just blew her stuff up, y'all. She created a website. She did everything. She would drop shit everything. And these were like really expensive plates and dishes. And I actually did 3 projects for that woman. I probably did $15,000 of work for her. So let's do another one. Let's see. These are also old. This is fun. Let's just do, these are just random. Let's turn this up.
I just wanted to call and leave a testimonial for Tom Collins and Arizona Web Kings. I had the chance to work with Tom on a logo for my employer's business, and he was incredibly professional and very responsive. He was very prompt, got back to me with several different choices right away, answered all of my questions, and it was a really great experience. I would definitely recommend his services to anyone that needs any sort of graphic design or web-based work done for their business. He is truly a professional, and it was a great experience.
How sweet, right? I'm just going to keep playing them, y'all.
Hi, my name is Ben Reyes. I'm with Pro American Windows. Worked with Tom Collins of Arizona Web Kings. Just giving my information. Tom did a great job with the website for us, ProAmericanHomeImprovements.com.
47 reviews, y'all. Google.
Home improvement company that deals with insurance work. And, yeah, Tom completely made our site from ground up, and it looks great. Everything is very functional. We're able to, get our customers the information that they would need in a very, very professional manner about our company. There are several different pages. Everything functions wonderfully. We're going to be integrating video into the site, and that's going to, I'm sure, look great on the site. It was a very, very simple and pain-free process working with Tom. We're very happy with the the end result. Thanks.
Hundreds of projects, y'all.
Hey, Tom. Colby here. I just want to call and say thanks for all the help.
I don't outsource anything. I achieve everything, the design, the coding, everything. I've never hired anybody.
It looks great. You really went beyond the Call of Duty to help me get what I needed in such a short amount of time, and I'm super, super pleased with it. I think anybody that has a chance to work with Arizona Web Kings is doing the right thing, and they can expect some great things. So I hope you guys choose to work with Arizona Web Kings. Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, this is Rico Daniels from Fortitude Technology LLC in Phoenix, Arizona. I actually had Thomas Collins actually do my website. He did a phenomenal job. I actually had some minimal expectations, but he blew it out the water, and he did a phenomenal job. I was pretty excited and pretty jazzed about the quality of work, the sleekness, and the overall presentation of it. He was very easy to work with, and whenever I did request something of him, it was immediate. There was no waiting. It was very responsive. Customer service was great, and his delivery was 100% par none, 1,000. Gold couldn't even put a price on this. Well, guys, I hope this helped you guys out, and I'll see you soon.
Hi, my name is Adam with Adams Concrete Cutting and Demolition. I had Tom Collins with Arizona Web Kings do my website. I had a fantastic time the whole time. He made it easy for me.
They're in Walmart, y'all. I launched a product in Walmart.
Weeks,
they're on all the shelves.
which was more than I could ask for, and it was everything I wanted. So, good job. Thanks for everything, and I will be talking to you again.
Hey, this is DJ Paris Paul. Just checking in. I had Thomas Collins of Arizona Web Kings do a couple logos for me, a couple DJ logos, and they came out perfect, real elegant, real clean. And got them
I've
done
never
real
done this
fast,
since I've been online,
good
y'all.
price. I'll use you again every time I need you. All right, thanks a lot, man.
Hi, I just wanted to thank Tom Collins and Arizona Web Kings for the help in designing my logo. It's so pretty, and I've gotten so many compliments on it. Thank you guys so much, and if you'll check it out at www.canvasbymarianne.com, you can see the beautiful work that Tom created for me. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, this is Dana Curtis, and I'm calling to talk about my wonderful experience with Arizona Web Kings and Tom Collins. Tom did a website for our daughter. Her name is Madison Curtis. Her website's www.madisoncurtis.com. My husband actually found Tom and looked at his website and saw all the amazing work he had done and decided to give him a try. From the moment we started with him, telling him our ideas, the content we wanted on the website, different ideas that we had, he worked very hard to meet every one of our needs. The website is absolutely beautiful and has already come into a lot of use. We've had several casting directors who have gone on to look at Madison's website and have brought her in for auditions. And without that website and keeping up to date with it on a daily basis, we wouldn't be able to use it as such a great tool. We're so happy and so pleased with everything that Tom has done in Arizona Web Kings, and we recommend them to anyone. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Tom Collins. This is Ken Geis, owner of GiftTimeShops.com. I wanted to let you know that, you and Arizona Web Kings have given me reason to thank you for the prompt service and competency in making my website function correctly. Thanks again, Ken. Bye.
This is Patricia Malone of patriciamalone.net, and Tom Collins did my website, Arizona Web Kings, and I'm just wanting to leave a message about my absolute wonderful experience with Tom. Found him on Craigslist, just relocated to this area, and he was so easy to work with, took suggestions, and was very, very responsive, rapid turnaround, stayed on schedule, very efficient and on budget. And it was just a really great experience, and I have been recommending Tom to anybody I can. So thank you very much, Tom.
So I'm saying, y'all, the proof is in the pudding. There's a lot of people that are trying to offer services with a bunch of glitter.
The work that Tom has done from 9 and some change for me on my web design, my newsletter that goes out weekly.
Hundreds of these.
And my social networking is superb. Unbelievable work, and very, very fast, and very, 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 very pleased. And I plan on using him much more in the future.
I gotta poop. I'll be right back.
My name is Valerie Vitzer. I'm a fine artist located in Scottsdale, Arizona. I had a pre-existing website that was in need of reconstruction, and I wanted a minimalistic website to showcase my work. I contacted Thomas Collins of 9 and Some Change Web Design, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Not only do I love my website, it was a pleasure to work with Tom. He is creative, passionate about what he does, and I was very impressed with the integrity of his work. I would definitely recommend Thomas Collins of 9 and Some Change Web Design to anyone who's looking for an affordable, high-end website. Thanks, Tom.
Hello, my name is Allison Urban, and I own Urban Roots Salon in Gilbert, Arizona. I contacted Tom Collins with Arizona Web Kings about doing a logo and some work on my website for me. It was done very quickly and very cleanly. He's a very professional man. My website's easy to use and interactive. My logo looks fabulous, and I am 100% satisfied with everything he's done for me. I would definitely use him again in the future.
Hi, my name is Tom Bradish. I'm the owner of the Thomas Photo Images, and I'm calling because I wanted to talk about my experience with Tom, just to say what an excellent experience it was. When I decided to try my hand at my own business, began looking, among other things, for someone to design a website, since my experience with the internet, or however to even get involved with that, how to even do a website was minimum at best. And like everybody else, I started Googling and Binging, and I came across a whole bunch of different organizations that had large design groups, and it just wasn't what I wanted. And then I came across Tom's website, and I think what struck me is at the very top of the website when he said, "I'm a small Phoenix-based freelancer, and I create beautiful stuff." And I guess that just hits me correctly, as I like folks that have self-confidence in what they can do. I contacted Tom and told him what I was looking for, and responded very quickly. We had a good chit-chat on the phone, and he recommended a few things to do to get started, which we did. Went and researched some other sites, got kind of a feel for what we liked, what we didn't like, and within 2 or 3 weeks forwarded the information to Tom, and he came back, and just like his confidence in I create beautiful stuff, he responded right back and said that we can make much better stuff than what you've seen. And lo and behold, he went off and did it. I'll tell you, probably within 4 or 5 days, maybe a week at the most, he came back and said, "I've got it." Went and looked at the website, and it was absolutely beautiful. I was just taken back. It was everything I wanted. It was simple. It was clean. It was crisp. It was easy to maneuver. I was just extremely thrilled with it. Once we gave the okay, Tom followed up immediately and made the changes we want, some minor stuff here and there, and then took his time and actually came right out to the house and spent the evening with my wife and I.
Hundreds of these, y'all. I'm just going to let this play.
Changes, update the stuff.
Again, there's so many people in this industry, marketing industry,
how we can continue to manage the site,
that don't know what they're doing.
I've been very, very pleased. We just went live a couple days ago, and the folks that I've shown to have just been taken back. Of course, I've told them all about Tom and the experience we've had. And of course,
This is Sam Graham with Neospective Fitness Concepts. We began working with Tom in mid-2010. We had just relocated our fitness company from Texas to Portland, Oregon, and we need to begin driving traffic to our website and begin finding customers in our new location. At first, we were a little hesitant to use Tom since he was located in Arizona, but he had come highly recommended, so we gave him a call. During our first phone meeting, we explained our needs, our budget, and the ideal outcome we envisioned in working with him. Tom then suggested we go with the search engine optimization and Craigslist advertising package to not only start getting organic, but also hopefully generate some short-term revenue from Craigslist. Tom was very detailed with his plan, and his proposal was well within our budget, so we decided to go for it. Shortly after, we knew he had made the right choice when the customer started to call. Tom did what he said he would do, and he is very good at what he does. I would highly recommend Tom to anyone who is considering using his services for their business. I think they'll be better off for it in the long run. Thanks again, Tom. We look forward to using you in the future, and we appreciate all you've done for us. Thanks.
Hey
So
there,
who's
this is
joining the
Diane
group?
From State Guns and Ammo. I recently had the pleasure of working with Tom from 9andSomeChange.com on our e-commerce website. The site Tom put together for us is very pleasing to the eye, easy to use, and most of all, easy to maintain as we build our internet business. Tom was easy to work with, always available, and prompt when completing segments of the site structure. I would highly recommend using Tom for your website and e-commerce needs. Come visit us at www.sunstateguns.com and see for
Kristen's
yourself.
in.
Oh, and the business cards he designed for us are great, too. Thanks, Tom.
Tom was great to work with, and best of all, we never had to meet face-to-face. He was able to handle all of my web design needs via telephone or email. I am pleased with my product, and I'm thankful to have an online presence for my company, the Raven Group. Thanks, Tom.
Hi, this is Eric with Easy Keys, and boy, Tom over there at Arizona Web Kings sure did turn out to be a saving grace for my company. We were looking to create an online presence, and funny enough, I was driving down the road and found him on the I-17, called him up. We were up and running in the next week with a great website, great online presence, and in the top 10 on a lot of searches. So if there's anyone in the business that you should work with on web design, call Tom.
Hi, this is Steve Weber with Peak Commercial Property Services. We help real estate investors build their wealth, and I want to call on behalf of Tom Collins with 9andSomeChange.com. He helped me out with a website. I found Tom on Craigslist, and I already had an existing website, but wanted to update it a little bit. Tom was very responsive, very knowledgeable, helped me pick out an easy design that I wanted to go with. The price was very competitive, very reasonable, and just did a great job on putting the website together. He did it really in a couple weeks. I actually kind of held him up on a couple changes. He's very quick at what he does, got some great ideas, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody looking to either get a new website or upgrade what they already have. So, again, very satisfied, and I would highly recommend give Tom a chance with DynasomChange.com. He did a great job. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Rick Davidson with Orderite. We reached out to Tom Collins and 9andSomeChange for some debugging and completion work on our website. He did a great job. We had quite a bit of debug work to do in CS4, and he was quick, prompt, and did everything we needed with really good quality. We appreciate all your work, Tom, and best of luck to you. Thank you.
When we decided to work with Tom Collins at 9andSomeChange, we were under a tight deadline and unsure about where to start. Tom replied quickly to our inquiries and assessed the needs of our business right away, then provided us with 3 basic directions within a day or 2. Based on our feedback, Tom was able to customize the colors, content, and images on the fly, and after numerous changes, edits, and adjustments, our site is exactly as we envisioned. If you're looking for a professional site and quick turnaround, Tom at 9andSomeChange.
No, Ted.
Hey, Tom.
I just wanted to call and thank you for all the work you did on my website. It looks beautiful. I'm so happy with the finished product, and you were very efficient. Everything was done very quickly as soon as I asked. You were full of ideas, and you were even really nice to me when I came back with ideas that were new and did come out of nowhere. So I really do appreciate that. I wish you the best of luck, and I will certainly keep your information for when I need updates on my site. And as my business grows, wish me luck, and I wish you luck too. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
This is Sam Graham with the CPR Alliance in Dallas, Texas. I was just calling to recommend Tom Collins and Arizona Web Kings. We came to him early in the week. That's kind of a crunch deadline on getting a new logo put together for some new marketing platforms that we've got going on. And we gave him the criteria. We need something modern, something that was clean and crisp and simple that we could use in both our online and our print advertising and even vehicle lettering. Since we were on a tight deadline, he was able to get us a bunch of proofs. We were able to review those, get in the direction we wanted to go, and I think he achieved everything very rapidly, and we're very pleased with the service he gave and the actual finished quality. So I just want to recommend Tom Collins to anybody out there considering getting a logo done for their company. He's very professional, very easy to work with, and he has got it done in way shorter timeline than we were thinking was going to happen. So we appreciate that, and we just want to say thanks.
I don't drink, Ted.
To everyone else. Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Ted, say something inspiring right now. Tell us a story about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sean. I'm just leaving a testimonial for Tom Collins. Just wanted to say he did an amazing job. I really liked the logo. He was completely professional from the start to finish. I want to thank you for your time, and I appreciate your guys' services. Thank you. Bye.
That's broken, y'all. So, and there's hundreds more, y'all. So, that's what's so rad about this group. I've been in this arena for a very, very long time. Very, very long time.
Sports medicine specialist in Scottsdale, Arizona. I hired Thomas Collins at Arizona Web Kings to do my webpage and interactive website. I recently changed from a large group practice after 20 years to start my own sports medicine institute, and needed somebody who understood my needs, my concerns, and was able to carry out my wishes. The website I wanted to create was going to be quite complex and somewhat unusual.
Yes, you are, Ted.
Given the nature of my business, and I wanted somebody who could understand my needs and also be able to adapt and do something they may not have done before. It turned out awesome. Patients love it. Colleagues love it, and it's a source of great information for even those just searching the web for orthopedic information, but it's also a great tool for my patients to be able to get a hold of us, learn things, and should they need anything regarding our practice, it's all online. So I thank Tom Collins greatly for doing such an awesome job, and will recommend him for anybody regarding building them a house.
All right, y'all. So, this is me letting my inner child out. I've never shared any of this with anybody. The reason why I want to do this group is because I want to help a lot of people, and I don't have enough time. I don't have 50 of me to say, hey, do this real quick, or hey, try these 7 things. Implement this on Tuesday at 9. Try this at Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Create this account. Make sure you buffer this. Make sure you do that. Make sure the dimensions are right. Make sure you have your bananas with your core audience. Make sure you're in this group. You're in this group. You're in that group. Make sure you add dollars, or for this super niche, if it's health and fitness, if it's yoga, if it's army knives, whatever it is, y'all. There's so much that goes into this. And I'm not doing it like everybody else. This literally came to me when I was in Lana's kitchen 2 days ago. I do things unorthodox, but as you just listened to, and I have hundreds more, I get things done. I achieve success for my clients and my friends 100% of the time. And this is what this group is for. Only 30 people. If 30 people don't want to join, I'm not going to do it, because the thing is, this is what's so great, is I enjoy just, spending time, working on myself, playing with Lana, playing with Buddy, kind of out of that whole arena. But I enjoy this arena, and I feel like I'm serving. Yes, there is a cost. I charge $1,500 an hour for a consultation. Okay, $1,500 an hour on a minimum. Okay, my base projects start anywhere between $12,000 to $15,000. Sometimes it only takes me a week to do. I let all of that go, right? I closed all of those contracts so I could build Ridiculously Raw Authentic. But I still want to help people because I see so many people. Here's the thing, y'all. Really listen to this. This is the most important thing, y'all. And I get emotional about this. So many people have a passion. So many people have a dream. And some people, really need to make money. And when they make the biggest mistake, I'm not going to name names. In the group, I'm going to name names. I'm going to dissect people, influencers, people you might know. I'm going to dissect them. I'm going to show what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. Here's a good example. Here's a mid-grade example. Here's a really good example. And this is what you can do, customized to whatever your question is. So $300 on the third Monday of every month if you want to play. You get in the group for 30 days. You get 2 questions. Everybody gets 2 questions. That's 60 topics. You can write me a paragraph if you want to, and I will wrap just like I did here. It will be, I'll tell you what, I have fun doing this. It will be way more professional, meaning I don't play around when it comes to clients. And what you all are going to be, my little RawKin RadStar clients. I get deep, y'all. I mean, you heard those testimonials, and I haven't even showed you everything. But I get really, really deep, and I take it really, really serious because I know these are your passions. I know these are your dreams. I know this is your dollars. And a lot of people that come to me, it's their second or third time, and they've wasted $5,000, $2,500, $15,000, $20,000. They want to, they want a rebate, they want a discount, and sometimes they just give up their dream. That's what I'm here for. That's what the group is here for. You get 2 questions, and I'll wrap on those 2 questions. Maybe it might only take me 15 minutes, and everybody can wrap in the comment section. If you want to come on live with me, we'll come on live, and you can go live any single time and pitch your product, pitch your service. It's huge, and we're going to have 30 RawKin RadStars. They could be CEOs. They could be making a lotion. They can make a soap, whatever it is. Whatever it is. And only 30, and it's always going to be 30. And if I don't get 30, it's cool. It's cool, Because when I first started doing this, making my smoothies and stuff, and I thought people were like digging my recipes, they started asking me marketing questions, and I get it. And I'm telling you, even 5 minutes with me, or even 5 minutes with another RawKin RadStar could literally pivot you into success. And it's so diluted right now, y'all. It's all fluff. When you see these ads, all these people that are life coaches and marketing, I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding. And if you don't have a history of it, and I am even next level, I'm more confident in myself now that I literally have mastered algorithms on all platforms, y'all. And this is me just playing when y'all see me. When I get serious and clients pay me money, you heard that. Rewatch this. You could hear that. I mean, I think I just played 40 testimonials. I get serious about this. Like, I'm serious at this recess, and I'm serious because I know it's your money, and it's your dreams, and it's your success. And it makes me feel good when I see you shining bright, orders start coming in, you start getting clients, whatever it is, we get a viral video for you, whatever it is. It makes me feel good to see that you're successful, that, you could pay your child's private tuition. You can buy, your girlfriend a Valentine's Day present. This is like real stuff. And a lot of the times, again, my consultations are $1,500 an hour. A lot of the times, people just give a consultation with me, and that's all they need. But a lot of times, like, I'll rap with somebody, and they're like, okay, I got this. You all, I don't know a lot about a lot. There's still a lot that I don't know about this, but I know a lot. Sometimes people think that they can sit down with me and get a consultation or whatever, and then they got look at you all, this changes every single day. That's the point, and I'm going to go deep in it. This marketing changes every single day. I read, I code, I study, I code, I read. I know what's up the very next day when something changes, an algorithm, the Panda SEO thing, whatever it is, Facebook Armageddon, whatever it is, I know it, and I do it myself. I test the thresholds. I look at the analytics. I'm deep in analytics. So no matter what it is that you want to achieve, I can help you. But what's really rad about the group is we're going to be given all of our secret formulas because you all can go live. You all can have a case study. You can ask for suggestions, whatever it is, packaging, design. And if you all need my extended help, well, then we can wrap and I'll give a discounted, price at that. But This is me just doing this video. I've never, ever done this video. I've made 300 videos and I've never done this. And the thing about this now is that I'm so authentic. I don't lie to myself. I'm really, really content on who I am, what I'm about, that I'm really, really serving. This isn't a quick money-making scheme. This is truly me serving like I am at Ridiculously Raw Authentic. But this is me truly serving on a business level for people, because in 2018 right now, jobs are disappearing, AI is taking over, and you need to have the latest and greatest knowledge. But if you have that knowledge, you need to know how to execute it. You need to know how to keep it organized. You need to know how to find it. You need to know a lot of how to execute. And a lot of times that's psychology, a lot of times that's energy. You gotta have the energy to do it. You gotta be brave. You can't live out of fear. There's a lot of things with marketing. There's apps, there's techniques, there's software, there's timing, there's templates, there's all sorts of stuff, y'all, and everyone is way different. Every project is completely different. I've never even had the same project that's even close. And that's the thing, when you have these coaches and these life coaches, and they're like, it's like, yo, you're gonna give me like this, you're gonna talk at me, and you're gonna, like, you'll notice when I'm rapping in consultations, I listen. That's how I'm so successful, because I literally listen. And I will ask you a lot of questions, because I'm not going to be able to help you unless I know exactly what your mission is. I need to know why you're passionate about your product or service. I want to know if you're actually going to put the work in, because the thing is, the group is the group, $300 every third Monday, and I'm going to give you everything I got. But if you want to hire me, I have to make sure that you're in it, because I don't want to not succeed. If we partner up, and I'm giving you consultations, or if I'm your web designer, if I'm your social media guy, if I'm your graphic guy, if I'm your SEO guy, if I'm your branding guy, I don't want to fail, and so you can't fail me either. You know what I'm saying? So this is very, very serious. I threw a humor on it because I let my inner child play, because I'm truly being myself. But this is serious stuff, because a lot of people are trying to be freelancers, trying to be influencers. I get it, because the digital space is where it's at. You have to brand yourself. And even if you're an MLMer, you can be in my group, and I will advise you. I will give you techniques that I think that might work with your MLM. But in the end, I will always say you need to pivot out of that and brand yourself. But I will still assist you. If your 2 questions about MLMs and you give me everything, if you give me a line-by-line itemized thing of what it is that you want me to talk about, I will talk about it, and I will give you my best advice, my best consultation. But at the end, I will still say I highly suggest that you quit that MLM. So anyways, hopefully you all want to play 30 RawKin RadStars. Send me a message. Hit me up here. It will be PayPal only, or you can go to a local Wells Fargo, and payment is due every third Monday, and you can only go for a month, right? $300 for a month of all of that content. You get 2 questions, but then you get 60 other topics of live videos, and you get to create your own posts. You get to promote your own product, y'all, in that group of 30 senseis that are trying to start their own business. Just think of the networking there. That's why I don't want 60, 70, 80. It's only 30, y'all. Only 30. And if you're good for 2 months and you want, then somebody else is going to come in. Then you got to knock back on that door. And I'm pretty confident, y'all, the first 30 people that get in here, they're going to stay. Because for $300 for the knowledge that is going to be dropped, again, it's not being done this way. And it just came to me. It just came to me, and it's through my life experiences. That's what I'm learning. I have a record. I have a very successful record portfolio in all of this. I've never hired anybody. I've never outsourced anything. Everything has come from this mind and these fingertips, y'all. So if y'all want to play, let's play. I'm really, really excited because you can see how much energy I have, and I could talk for days about this, and I can actually listen very well too. I know you all don't see that a lot, but this group will be different, where I will be listening a lot. You all will be going live. I'll be going live. We'll figure it out, and it will be like a collective, right? It'll be a RawKin RadStar collective where we can all, share with each other what has not worked, what has worked, and what might work in this thread. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you for joining me here, y'all. This is the first type of video I've ever done like this. Hopefully, you all want to play, because it's like another recess that I could have every day. And I'm always down to have another recess. So share this video, y'all, and hit me up and let's play. Hopefully you have a rad day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.